Hello and welcome to my review of the Oscar contender, The King's Speech, starring Colin Firth, Helena Bonham Carter, and Geoffrey Rush. The King's Speech takes place in World War II England, where King George VI, I believe, is the Duke of York. And in a time where the royal family needs to be strong and lead their people in a time of war, he has a stammering problem, and the Duchess of York enlists the help of a speech therapist played by Geoffrey Rush to help King George get over the stammer. On top of that, there's some turmoil going on in the royal family. Now, I'm kind of impartial to these British docudramas because they always seem to be slapping me in the face, hitting me over the head, going, "Look at our brilliant performances, sweeping cinematography, and mind-blowing direction," when it's really just a guy drinking tea. But I was shocked. I actually really enjoyed this film. What really makes this movie great is, once again, as common the case with these Oscar movies, is the performances. Colin Firth, great job. He does a fantastic job bottling in all these feelings he has towards the royal family: rage, anger, even some excitement, and even some sadness. And he bottles this up in this stammer. He's like a firework waiting to explode. He does a great job of making his character likable and sympathetic. I have a stammer too, apparently. He does a great job of making his character likable and sympathetic. And also, Helena Bonham Carter does a great job as the supportive wife. But who really stood out to me in this film is Geoffrey Rush. Good job, man. His character is just very well written because his character has no problem giving the king his honest opinion and just standing up to him, being a firm voice. And in these times, that was treason. But Geoffrey Rush just does a brilliant job portraying how he just doesn't care, and he'll talk to the king and really get the best out of him. And I just believe their relationship every step of the way. The film does a great job of making all the relationships between all the characters extremely believable through great dialogue and excellent portrayals. I believe the director of this movie's name is Tom Hooper, and he does an excellent job. Not only is his camera work very interesting, but like I said, he works well with actors, and also he manages to make this time period, which could be extremely boring in the wrong hands, very exciting just through the way he paces it. He paces it deliberately, but in a deliberate way that keeps you engaged all the way through. He really gives his characters room to breathe, and he lets them develop, and he doesn't rush anything in this film. Everything in the film just feels like it's a natural progression of these characters in the story. Also, the film looks and feels very authentic to its time. I have very few problems with this film. The only thing I really have to say about it is that it does have a couple little pacing issues here and there. Every so often you do get a little bored, but then it does amp right back up and become just as engaging as it was before. Really not a big deal. Overall, The King's Speech is a lot better than I expected it to be. It's a movie about characters and story instead of just regurgitating historical facts. I really enjoyed this film. It's very well made. Not one of my favorites of the year, just by a little small margin, but it's definitely one of the better Oscar contender type movies of the year. 3.5 stars out of 4 for The King's Speech. If you like this review, subscribe to my channel because there's going to be plenty more videos coming up.